Hey there, so we are talking about the E.L.F. Putty Primer. So this is sort of a review slash try on. I got two of the three versions. So this is the Poreless Putty Primer. I really do love the packaging. I think it looks sleek and high end. It kind of reminds me of NARS packaging. And I also got the matte Putty Primer because I am always shiny. So why not give it a try? They are tinted differently. So the Poreless has kind of like a pink tint to it, and the matte one is white. I have tried these out a little bit, and what I found is while they are good, especially for the price point, they're super affordable. They aren't the best primers that I've used, especially for me on the under eye area. My under eye is just like a nightmare, so I need a really good primer to lock in concealer and keep it from creasing. And I found that these have a little bit too much slip, so I do get some creasing with my concealer. And while the matte primer does mattify me, I don't feel like it really keeps me matte. So the best way I found to apply these is with a damp beauty blender. I tried with my fingers and I just felt like I couldn't get the coverage that I wanted, so I switched to a beauty blender and I like that a lot better. So my beauty blender does not have a lot of water in it, and I'm just gonna swirl it around in the primer and then bounce it onto my skin. So I'm starting with the matte primer. I do like that this has a tiny bit of color to it so you can see where it's going, but the color doesn't last, so it's not going to change the color of your foundation or, you know, whatever other products you're using. And I feel like, as you can see as I'm applying it, like I'm not really matte, slightly more matte, but not, it's not anything that's really noticeable. So if you're looking for something to mattify you completely, I wouldn't recommend this. Like if you really, really want that like no shine effect. But if you're okay with more of like a natural matte and having some of that shine come through, then this is a good affordable option. And you can see like on camera, it does have a little bit of a cast, almost like a little bit of flashback. You don't see that in person. So like in person, your eye's not really gonna pick that up as much as the camera is picking it up. Now, I use like the bottom, the little butt end of the beauty blender. So to just pick up any excess, I'm gonna go ahead and use the side and just pick up any extra that's on there and press everything in. Now I'm gonna go in with the Poreless, and I'm only gonna use this in the areas where my pores really stand out. Let's have a closer look. So right in here, I feel like is one of the areas where my pores are just really prominent. So I'm gonna take the small end of this, grab some of the primer, and I'm gonna do it on both sides. I'm gonna try to stick with this side so I can pick up the extra with this side, so we can still make sure we're not using too much. I'm just using the bigger end to blend it out a little bit. You can see like even though it's pink tinted, this one really has a lot less color when you apply it. And I do kind of see, you know, my pores are slightly less prominent, like here versus here. It's not, you know, really dramatic, but it'll do. And let's do the other side. The excess that I still have, because I still have a little bit to work with on here, I'm gonna put on my chin and right in the middle of my forehead where I have some texture. So you can see it's not a huge difference, but there's a slight difference there. And I'm gonna take the end that's still clean and just pick up any extra that's there. And you'll notice that I kind of left this immediate area alone to give my concealer a fighting chance, because the slip in this, it creases my concealer. So that's my one complaint, is that I can't put it too close under here, or else my concealer is just going to be a hot mess. After I apply my primer, I like to spray setting spray to kind of lock it in and keep it in place. So I'm using the Milani Make It Last Matte, and this is also going to give this primer every fighting chance to perform its very best. And for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. This foundation for me keeps me the most matte. So I really want to, give this as much of a chance as possible. So I'm using my mattest foundation. So I'm going to do the rest of my face and the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back and show you how everything looks with the primer, and then I'll come back again later on and show you how it's worn on throughout the day. Okay, so you can see with everything done that I'm not completely matte. I still have some shine kind of like in this area here, a little bit down here. I think it's more like natural shine though. Your face is never really naturally completely matte. So the areas where I am shiny is kind of where, the light would hit you, like your natural highlight areas. So again, I'm gonna wear this for a few hours. I'll check in with you guys, let you see how it looks after you've worn it in a little bit. So let me continue on with my day and I will check back in. So this is after about 5.5 hours of wear. I am tired. It was election day, so I was up early and I just couldn't set up the lights and everything again. So the lighting is different, but you can see I didn't do any touch-ups at all today. So I didn't do any blotting paper. I didn't put any extra powder on. I just left everything as is. And you can see like there's some shine, in the normal areas, but it's not horrible. And the pores here, I think look really good still. So even though the shine came through, I do think that it helped with the pores. So overall, I'd say for the price, these primers are an incredible value. Are they perfect? No. Is anything perfect? No. But it's a really, really great option, especially if you're trying to save some money. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I drop a new video every single Friday, and click that notification bell so you can be reminded when there is a new video, and I'll see you next time.